Hello. Well, let's get started on learning about how to build your own Baton program. Just a little bit about myself in case I haven't met you. I am the founder and CEO of Dance Twirl Minnesota, and I have also been the owner of Heart Baton and Baton Twirling Unlimited since 2012. Those companies were started by my coach, Susan Orr, and then when she passed away, I took them over from her. I did start twirling when I was 6 years old and twirled primarily in Illinois. Um, Won many state titles, regional titles, placed top 10 at nationals. And then when I went to college, I went to the University of Arizona, was on the twirling line, and was the captain for a couple of the years while I was there. And while I was a twirler, I also opened up a baton studio in Tucson. And as life would have it, I decided to move to Minnesota. And when I did, I started my career in education and then came back to the studio business and have grown the business from 12 students to over 100 students. Some are dance, but a lot are baton. So it's been a really fun ride. And now with our Baton Twirling Unlimited, we're really helping other people grow their baton programs because we just have figured out the right ways to do things to help those programs really grow really fast. So our number one tip for a baton twirling program is to find your venue. And I know that many of you own a dance studio or you already teach at a dance studio. So you have your venue. And in fact, you also have your student base by already having the studio connection. So our clients and our customers that already are teaching at a dance studio or own a dance studio, they often add the baton program so that they can increase their revenue and increase their student base. So they're in their market, it may be very competitive. There may be 4 or 5 dance studios in their one town. And so they're trying to figure out ways to grow their business. And one of those ways is to add new programs. And the baton twirling program is really attractive to many people because it's something that has a long history. People recognize it, but it's often not top of mind when it comes to something to sign their kids up. So it can be an activity that people do and they really love it. And so it can drive up your revenue, can drive up your student count. If you aren't in a dance studio, you can also start a baton program through your community education programs, your parks and rec. I have done both of these, and the working with community education and parks and rec can be a great advantage when you're first starting your program. So first of all, they're typically going to do the advertising for you, which is great because they're going to publish a book or an online catalog, and they're going to try to get students to come to your class for you. And so automatically you've opened up your ability to attract new students by running it through community education or parks and rec. The other great thing about running it through those kinds of programs is that they will provide you the space. So you don't have to spend a lot of time investing in trying to locate a space to practice in. Now, one of the things that we have found with when trying to rent spaces, people are always worried about, oh, we don't have a high ceiling. What if the kids hit the ceiling? What if they hit the lights? When you're first starting your baton program, you don't have to worry about those. The kids are not going to be tossing higher than their heads. So you can reassure that a facilities manager or a contact at Parks and Rec that you don't need a gym. A classroom is great. A gym is great as well. But often I've taught really successful classes with really happy kids and parents in a hallway at a school. So you don't need really to have anything special, although it is nice. Then the next thing that you can look at for your location are other kinds of venues that also serve kids. So karate schools, theater companies. Those can be great options. And often those types of schools or businesses, they may be looking for a way to offset some costs during the summer, and you bringing in a new class, they're going to get some rent from you, and that's going to help them. So be creative, look around your community, see who you can partner with, and then try to make that relationship a really positive one. And that's how you're going to find your best venue. So after you found your venue, then you need to find your tribe, as what we call it, for our clients. And that really is thinking about who you want to attract to your program. So do you want a really competitive parent? Do you want a parent who is more recreational and really easygoing? And do you want parents of really small kids? Do you want parents of elementary kids? Are you going to try to use your baton twirling program to attract that older kind of preteen group? So you need to think about what kind of group you might want to attract first, and maybe try to attract one group and then move on. We have great success with attracting about 7 to 11-year-olds to our programs. So we do have what we call our tiny twirlers. It's 3 to 4-year-olds. They are adorable and they're fantastic. But we really find that often some of our dance students that maybe don't continue with dance, when they get to be 7, 8 years old, they'll come back to us and take the baton. So baton seems to have a little bit of a sweet spot right between like 7 and 10, maybe for those kids that, again, have tried dance but didn't continue with it. So you can invite them back if you're in a studio situation already. That's a great way to try to invite them back and get them back into your studio. But you need to decide what group you're going to work best with. Maybe you love the little ones and you want to run preschool classes. So you want to get really specific on what kind of person you're trying to attract. What's that mom do when she's working, or does she work? Is she a stay-at-home mom? Does she like Target? She drive a minivan? So get really specific on who you're trying to attract, because that's going to help us when we're going to try to advertise. So I've posted a few questions that you can use in order to get specific on finding your tribe. And I'm happy to share with you some of the parents and kind of the parents that we found a lot of success with here in Minnesota, and also very similar in Arizona. Even though two different types of parts of the country, we've just had really good success. So if that's something that you're looking for, just reach out and we can go through that at a later time. So after you've narrowed down where you're going to do your class and who you're going to offer it to, now you want to get out there and promote like crazy. So like I mentioned earlier, baton typically isn't a class where people are going, it's not top of mind. They don't wake up and say, oh, I know my daughter wants to be a baton twirler. Maybe a few do, but a lot don't. They're going to dance or soccer, gymnastics. Those are going to be more top of mind for people to sign their kids up for. So here are ways that we have found really help us grow our baton twirling programs. We have offered complimentary or low-cost classes, and I've done both. And the complimentary is great. I typically get a lot of people to sign up for a complimentary, a free class. But where I have an issue with that is that they don't come. So they sign up for the free class and then they forget to come because they've not paid anything for it. So what I've done is I've started offering a low cost, try it and see if you like it class. And usually I have the cost about $10. The class lasts 45 minutes. I go in there and I wow them with an amazing experience on their first class. And that really brings them and helps them to sign up for an actual session or for the school year. So it's just been a great way to expose kids to our baton classes. Facebook ads are also a fantastic way, and we have clients that are using Facebook ads to really promote their group, promote their brand, and promote their class. And what I have done is I use the Facebook ads to actually promote the low cost class, and then I have them sign up as the kind of the secondary thing to do as a part, like a follow up as part of that low cost class. And again, if this is something that really seems interesting to you, we'd be happy to go over how we set this up and images that we use and how to do a Facebook ad. The other thing is, if you know how to twirl, or if you have some twirlers and you're just maybe looking how to grow, performances are the number one way that we can grow our baton twirling programs. So getting those kids out in front of other kids. So performances at school festivals, school carnivals, at the mall, anywhere that you can find a performance opportunity, try to get those kids performing. And I even have had kids as young as being just 6 weeks into a class, I've had them perform. The parents love it. They get to see their kid perform, and it is an unbelievable promotional tool for your program. And then what we do with our group and with some of our clients is we really walk you through on the things you need to say, how you need to say them in order to hook those kids in and get them to come to your program and sign up. Another way is to promote your program is to do flyers to your local businesses. So I'm here in Minnesota, and we have a place called Color Me Mine. Color Me Mine is where there's ceramic pottery, and the kids go and they paint it, and then they kiln it, and then the kids pick it up. So primarily, this business caters to female children. And this has been a great partnership for us. So we have flyers at their business. We've also partnered with our local dance shop where they sell shoes and tights. Now, granted, those kids are typically going there because they're already in a dance or a gymnastics or ice skating program. But we have had customers that find our flyer there, and then they come to us for baton classes. Another area is indoor playgrounds. So anything that caters to or helps or services your target student, try to partner with that business. And then you, of course, are going to offer something to them. Like, I'll put a flyer out at your business or at my business for your business, so that it can really be a good promotional strategy for both of you. And then always try to be building your list. So you're trying to get as many names and emails into your list so that you can continue to promote the benefits of baton twirling, the benefits to the kids, the benefits to the parents. And you're going to want to do quite a bit of email follow-up with them, because again, they may request some information from you about baton twirling, but they're not really sold yet. So you can do a sequence of emails that can really help continue to sell them on their program or on your program. So the email follow-up is really key, and this is something we do in our program as well. So if that's something that you're looking to learn more about, definitely just reach out, and we're here to help you. So get out there and promote the baton twirling program. And I cannot emphasize it enough, the performances are the way to go. So our tip number 4 is provide an outstanding experience. So one of the things that we do for all of our new students is we give them a welcome gift. They walk in the door, they get a coloring book, they get some crayons. And this was a customized coloring book that I had done. And it is a great way to keep kids busy while their parents may be signing them up, asking some questions. But it's also another great gift to your students or your customers. We also do some other things in their welcome bags. We might provide them a hair tie, a scrunchie, a bun form. Just kind of it depends on what what season it is or what we're trying to promote with our students. Also, don't forget to ask for a referral. So when I run one of my low cost classes, one of the things that I always do is I send a confirmation email that says that I'm excited to see their kid in class. And I am excited to see them. I love to share my love for Baton with them. But the other thing I always do is welcome them to invite another friend. If you have a friend that you think might enjoy this class, please reach out. We'd love to have them. One of the things that I have done recently is I've started offering a packaged class cost. And one of the initial things that we did when we first started is we'd offer, let's say, a summer session. The summer session was $45 for 4 weeks of classes. And then the parents would show up and then they'd have to buy ballet shoes and they'd have to buy a baton and tights and a leotard. So then there were all these extra costs that were actually more than the cost of the class itself. And so what I decided to do was break up that class cost into packages. So I offer to my students a package at the lowest level, which is just the class. And then I offer a package at a little bit higher cost, and that's going to be the class plus the baton. And then I offer the Supreme package, and that's going to be the tights, the shoes, the baton, and the class. And honestly, parents love just getting it done with. Parents are so busy that they don't want to have to worry about going out and finding a baton, going out and ordering tights, going out and ordering shoes. If you can tell them you'll take care of everything, all they have to do is pay for it, easy peasy. And then what I do is I give it a super fun name like Shining Star Package, Superstar Package, Silver Star Package. So you can give it a great name that makes it exciting for the kids as well. The other thing I like to do is I like to do a personal call before the complimentary or the low cost class, and I just want to welcome them. And then I did also a follow up call after the class, and those calls really are a personal touch. Very rarely do people call anymore. And so it's a really nice thing to leave a message and say, I'm so looking forward to seeing Sally in class on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. And if you have any questions, please reach out. And here's my number. And then I do a follow-up call that just is a real simple call again. Hi, this is Jacinda. I had Sally in class yesterday. She did fantastic. She really loved tossing the baton. And then if you have any questions, please just reach out. Our summer session starts in just a couple of weeks and we can get you signed up if you'd like to. And then I leave my phone number and ask them to just give me a call if they need to. Typically, parents are just so shocked that you cared enough to call. They love it. So the next thing that I do is I also want to leave them with an inspiring first class. And I have come up, because I have taught so many beginner classes in my life, I have come up with this amazing first class experience. And the following classes are great as well. But the first class just ensures that those kids are going to love every single second of their class. And then they're going to want to come back for more. And so when I do the low cost classes, I do my inspiring first class and the kids love it. And then they come back and they sign up for the next session that's available. So we go through how to get that inspiring first class, the things to do, the things to say with all of our clients once you join our group. And it's just been a fantastic experience, a fantastic way to grow your program. And I always encourage our students that just finished a class now, next time when you come back, feel free to bring a friend. And they're so excited about that first class that they'll bring back a friend to join us in the next class. So that's my tip number 4 is you got to provide an amazing experience, because these kids are out trying everything. They're trying soccer and they're trying crocheting. So if you really stand out as an instructor and you really stand out as your experience being amazing, you're unstoppable. You're going to be able to grow your program huge. So the next thing I really talk to all of my students about are the opportunities that are available in Baton. And parents love experiences. And if you are a parent or you work with kids, and what you hear from parents is, oh, they have so many toys, and they get so many toys for their birthday and everything ends up in a pile. And so what Baton can really bring for kids is a lot of great opportunities and experiences for them. I know myself, I've traveled all over. I've had some amazing experiences in my life, and that was all because of Baton. And I am also, like I mentioned earlier, I own a dance and baton studio, and we're working so hard to give kids these amazing experiences and opportunities. And it helps grow our program. It helps the kids stay engaged, and it gives them an experience that they can use as they grow up and go off to college. So some of the opportunities that Baton offers is travel. Kids can travel to Disney World and do one of the huge competitions that's held at Disney World. They can earn college scholarships. They can twirl in college. There's unique experiences out there for twirlers that may not exist for other people, because it is so unique that once your program gets started, you do get invitations. In fact, last year, I was contacted by a gymnastics organization in North Dakota. They wanted to hire 2 of my students. They were going to pay for them to fly out. They were going to pay for the girls' time and then put them up in a hotel, pay all their travel expenses, and then they paid the girls to perform at their end of year show. The girls thought they were stars. But this unique experience of baton twirling really opened that door for them. And there's so many things like that. I could go on for days about all of the different places and opportunities and experiences I've had because of baton being different. The other thing that comes with Baton is performing. So we've performed at halftime shows of our high school, of local colleges. We performed at a halftime show of a bowl game. So there's just some really fantastic ways that as you're growing your program, you can continue to grow and encourage your students to do all of these other things. And then, of course, there's competitions and clinics held pretty much all the way across the United States, from coast to coast. And one of the things our Baton Twirling Unlimited group does is we do offer competitions, clinics, and camps. We're mostly in the Midwest, so it's a really great way for students to grow by competing and performing, learning from top instructors. So we love that piece of our business. And if you have any questions about directing competitions, that's something that interests you. I started directing baton competitions only because there were none being offered in the area in which I was teaching. So somebody had to do it, so I did it. So we definitely have some expert level staff that can help you offer competitions and clinics when you get to that point. So there's tons of opportunities with Baton. There's great opportunities for you to grow your business. There's great opportunities for you to increase your student count, grow your revenue. And really, our program is designed in order to help take away all of the prep time that it would take for you to start your own program. What we would do is we would provide you with all the building blocks for that program. So all you have to do is sign up for one of our programs, And then we're going to do a lot of that work. We're going to provide you with the content to share. We're going to provide you with the materials, the emails, the idea creation, how to grow your program. Um, and there really are 3 programs to meet every need and budget. So if there's something that you really want to focus in on, our team is here to help you and help you be successful. And we've done it. So, and we're actually in the trenches doing it every single day. So, it's not a problem for us to say to you, hey, it's time to get started, start working on that summer schedule and summer promotional materials. Because at the same time that we're encouraging you to do it, we've just done it ourselves. In fact, I just came out of class right before this webinar. So I'm working with students, I'm working in my studio. So I really do know exactly what you're going through and how to grow that program, because I'm always trying to grow mine. So if you want to join us, you can just click on that link right here. That is a live link, and then you can read a little bit more. If you're not sure, you have some questions, just reach out to me via email, and we'll set up a time to chat. And hopefully we can answer your questions and get you started, because I just believe Baton is the most amazing activity for kids. And I want to see you grow your program. So again, reach out if you have any questions, and we will talk soon.